Hello guys, Balgore is back. I know I've been gone a long time, been gone over the summer, been incredibly busy. I haven't casted since I don't even think Season 2, maybe a little bit of Season 3. Missed all of Season 4 for sure. Anyway, it's now 2012 and I'm back. I'm ready to cast some games for you guys. And I want to get right back into YouTube casting. I want to start casting all sorts of things. I want to come out with at least one video every week. If I pick up some viewers and some popularity, maybe I'll start casting every single day. I was thinking of some ideas. You know, there's a lot of casters out there. Day 9, he's a great caster to help newer players or lower ranked players learn some basic tips and game fundamentals and things like that. I was thinking of maybe showing a little bit more experienced advice after you've learned those basic build orders, things like that, basic little tricks. I'll go above and beyond and teach more deep metagame, pro metagame. I follow the pro scene closely. I watch pro games on a regular basis, so I'm pretty up to date with the metagames and things like that. And I think I'll help out some platinum, gold, silver level players, maybe get to diamond, maybe get to masters, maybe work on your goals towards becoming a better player. But I'm willing to cast anything you guys want. If you want to see pro games, I'll cast pro games. If there's a certain replay with you and friends, I'll cast that. Send it to me, send me the link. I will cast games of myself doing 1v1s if that's what you want to see. If you want to learn team games, if you want to be a team master, I can show you links for that, show you games for that and cast those types of games. In Season 3, my friends and I, we got a top World 100 ranking 3v3 team, so I'm very experienced with team play and team strategy if you want to see that. And if you want to see 1v1, you know, I didn't play much of it from Seasons 1 to 3 really. In Season 4 I got demoted to Platinum in my placement match, so I worked really hard on playing, and now I've ranked myself up to Diamond again. So now it's Season 5, I'm Diamond. I'm pretty sure I closed Season 4 with a Platinum rank 1 rank. And I had a big win streak at the end of the season, so that definitely helped a lot. So now this is a game from Season 5, just last night, so 2012. This is myself in a 1v1. There's a Forge Fast Expand here against my Protoss opponent. If you'll notice, I was talking during it, but he did send a probe scout looking around, and I didn't place the hatch until his probe scout was done, and then I placed the hatch. I guess he didn't notice my drone or chose not to attack it, and now if we look at his vision, he does not see me here. So I'm building this hatch. This proxy hatch against the Forge Fast Expand is really powerful. If they don't scout it, if they don't see it, you pretty much win the game. So I'm just using an Overlord here to check for vision of any pylons or cannon placement. The hatch doesn't provide vision around it far enough to see cannons or pylons, and the best response to the proxy hatch is if the Protoss player builds cannons or pylons here. As you can see in my base, I've gotten a Roach Warren and gas. I'm mining gas. I've stopped producing drones. I'm saving all my money in order to make roaches out of the proxy hatch. So now the proxy hatch is up, and the first thing I'm going to be making is a roach and a queen. The queen is to spread creep as well as inject larvae if it survives long enough, and the roaches are to immediately apply aggression. As you can see, he doesn't even have a zealot, he doesn't even have a gateway yet. He's focused on getting his nexus up and his 2 cannons. So here we go. I'm just telling him, you're scouting your base, just missed this. I planted it after. He was pretty good manners at the beginning, so I figured I'd just let him know, give him a little friendly banter, because he did look around for it, and he's probably pissed off that I'm cheesing him. But he took it pretty good. He's a good trooper. This is a live ladder match, 1v1 Diamond. And so here, he's transferred all his probes. I've decided not to waste time on the Nexus because I'm pretty certain I can secure it at this point, so I'm applying pressure to his natural. Notice this one cannon here powering the Forge and this cannon, sorry, the pylon powering these 2 buildings. So I'm taking out the pylon, it will unpower these structures, and I can apply more pressure down. He wants to attack with probes. I don't want to take that fight. I'm just going to pull back. I'm in no rush. I'm going to continuously inject my larva, produce more roaches, produce more things out of this. So here I am applying the pressure again, and now I've taken it out. It was unpowered for just a second, but he replaced that pylon with one safer back, further back. He's just getting his cyber core now. He still has no units on the field. All he has are these cannons here. These are great cannon placements by him, prevents me getting Ling or Roach run-bys in the back. The same with this direction here. So really, he's got a really good response in terms of not having seen me place this in the first place. I'm spreading my creep throughout his base, so he can't put anything down in his base. He's pretty much going to be screwed there, and I'm trying to take out the forge so he can't make any more cannons, and he'll have to replace that forge. Strangely enough, he's getting a robotics bay. This serves a great purpose. Immortals counter roaches hard, so I'm assuming that's what his mindset is at this point in time. And now I'm applying pressure to the nexus because I only need 2 roaches here. I'm now out of range of these cannons, and if I go down the ramp, I'll lose the roaches, so it's not worth my time to attack this cannon wall just yet. I'm just going to bide my time, take out his nexus, and I'm going to develop my own base. So here I am in my natural, building a natural hatchery, and I'm building roaches in my own base in case he did a counterattack. Because I don't see any pressure coming on me, I'm going to advance these roaches just outside of his base to make him stay contained, make sure he doesn't expand to other locations throughout the map, things like that. So here I am. I'm sending this overlord on a path over here behind his base so I can get some scouting information without having to use any roaches. He's trying to use his stalker range to his advantage here, which is great, but on the creep my roaches move fast enough to catch up to those stalkers, so he's not going to be able to take out my roaches with stalker micro. Here are my roaches out the front too to make sure he's not doing a counterattack or expanding anywhere. He's really surrounded and contained. I've been producing lots of roaches inside his base here, so he's pretty much stuck. He did get that immortal out, which is a great counter to the roaches, and I now have my natural expansion up. I've got a heavy drone count. If we look at my units count, 26 to 27, he actually managed to save all of his workers. So he's equal in drone count as me, but because I have the extra base up, I'll soon jump ahead in economy. I decided to apply some pressure here from both directions, but I didn't quite have enough to take it. I maybe took out a pylon or a cannon or two, but in the end, that was a bad engagement for me, and I definitely didn't come out ahead there, so I've decided to fall back. As you can see, I'm building more in his base to apply pressure if he does counterattack, but he's not. He's returning to base. So now I can just power up on my drones, power up on that econ, transfer some workers over, get some tech happening. I got layer coming down, and I just don't want to be caught by any kind of cloak cheese, things like that. And I also do want to tech up and advance myself. Since he was able to hold my attack, it's going to go into a late game. So here he is doing a little bit of micro. Nice work by him. He manages to save all of his stalkers and kill all of my roaches. That was incredibly good micro by him there, and poor micro by me. And I didn't even transfuse that roach, so he's going to kill the proxy hatch. Because he doesn't have an observer out yet, these creep tumors are going to remain, and this creep spread will remain in his base, providing me both vision and prevent him from building there. So that's great. I'm getting my Ling speed up now, and plenty of Lings. Lings are a great counter to Stalkers and Immortals, and speed is a necessity for Lings, pretty much. So here I am. I've got this base nice and saturated now at this point. My main's decently saturated. It could use a little bit more saturation, but that's okay. The next drones I build will all go here. I'm getting my future gases up. I'm getting that Evo chamber down to start some upgrades, as well as perhaps get some spores if needed. As you can see, I did sneak this overlord here, so I see the robo bay, robo facility rather, so I know what tech paths is going. I don't see any hidden stargates, any things like that. And now he's expanding over here. I also have an overlord I've put here from the beginning of the game, so I've gotten some information. He's doing a counterattack. He assumes I've taken a third, but I haven't gotten that far ahead yet. So I actually do not have my third yet. He's just breaking down these rocks, and I feel like I have enough Lings to take this, so I just come in and get the full Lings around. He has no sentries, so that's the weakness right there, and that's why my Lings just steamrolled what he had. That was very cost effective for me, and I just came out massively ahead with that engagement. Had he had a few sentries, been able to do some force fielding, keep my Lings at bay, that would have gone much better for him. Had he also stayed against the wall and prevented a full surround, that also would have been better. But I caught him right in the open right here. My overlord scouted the whole thing, so that's how I knew he was there. Now I'm taking out his third, applying pressure, just making sure he stays contained, and making sure I keep that constant pressure and constant harassment on him. I don't want to give him a chance to recover or rebuild. He's going to go one base Colossi now. He's getting that Robo Bay out, and another robo facility. So because he's staying on this robo tech, and because I know that, I'm going to invest in mutas. I'm just going to throw down that spire tech rather than waste my time with lings and roaches and commit to what I've already kind of started. It's absolutely a good idea to change your tech to hard counter your opponent. Colossi and Immortals can't shoot air, so I know that my mutas are going to count tremendously in any battle, and he's also getting zealots and things like that, so his stalker count's going to be relatively low. He doesn't have any kind of Twilight Council yet or anything, so there's going to be no threat of Blink or Storm or Archons, anything like that that hard counters mutas. I know this. I'm just keeping map control. I'm sending lings around the map. I want to scout all these other areas, taking the watchtower. I want to make sure that I don't lose map control, and that I'm also keeping tabs on all of his bases, all of his expansions, making sure he's staying and contained on one base. Now he has an observer and he's taking out my creep tumors here. I've saved a ling in this base, funny enough, and I'm now taking my third. I'm also keeping my average spent way down. You always want to be spending your money. As you can see, he has 1,200 minerals. That's way too many minerals. He should be throwing down more gateways, getting more zealots. He should be spending those resources for sure. So now I'm starting to pump my mutalisks, and I'm also spine crawlering up my front area here. With my muta play currently, I don't have anything else other than really this set of lings right here. I don't want to risk losing the game after taking such a strong lead in the beginning, so I'm building those spines for defensive purposes. Now I've got my mutas in the back. He doesn't have any cannons here to protect his only mining line, so right now he's not mining. He's got guys off the line. I'm trying to take out this pylon powering the Colossi. He's coming over here with his army. All he has is 3 sentries and 3 stalkers. That's not very much. I decide to engage with my mutas. I'm getting hit by a cannon here, so I'm going to micro this one in a little bit. It was a little bit poor on my part, and it ends up being just enough to hold me. So I fall back. I lose a couple mutas, but it wasn't a tremendous loss. I didn't lose all of them. Once I saw that I was losing the battle, I decided to pull back and fall back. And I'm continuing my muta count production as well as my Zergling production. I'm also getting these upgrades. You can't forget upgrades. They make big difference. I've thrown down an infestation pit so I can move on to Hive in tier 3, and I'm getting that second Evo chamber so I can start double pumping my upgrades. I've got a good defensive line here. I need to start spreading my creep more. I'm not doing that very well this game, but I do have my third up and running, nicely saturated. I'm getting both gases going. I have both my gases at my natural. I have an additional hatch for macro, a macro hatch, because I'm going ling muta. Lings require that extra hatch so you can maintain that larva. And here's my big muta ball coming in now. He only has 4 stalkers, 2 sentries, but the last time I took that fight, I lost heavily, so I decided, you know what, it's not worth engaging just yet. I'm just going to keep maintaining my map control, keep massing muta, and I'll just put the pressure on once I have tons of mutas. Once mutas get to a critical mass, they become way more cost effective. Currently, in this small number that they're in right now, they aren't very cost effective. Stalkers can 1-for-1 them and things like that. Once I get more, the glaive bounces are worth it. So here he's coming for a push. I don't notice this right away, so my mutas accidentally go in a bit. I'm probably going to pull them back any second now, or just not notice. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of a delayed reaction time, but nothing too bad. I only lost 2 mutas there. So now I'm pulling the lings around, and the lings with the mutas together have equal aggro, so his stalkers and sentries may not be shooting my mutas, and I end up cleaning his ball up. He got completely cleaned up, he GG's, and that's going to be the game right there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my recent cast here, just showing you a little bit of the play. Let's see the APM meter, see how that went. Pretty decently. Anyway, if you guys want to see anything in particular, team games, 1v1, pro games, let me know. I'll cast it. I'll cast whatever you guys want. You want me to try a certain build, a certain race, a certain cheese. You want to see what's viable in the higher leagues. Maybe you want some tips dealing with a certain build. Anything, just let me know, and I'll help you guys out.